Welcome back. Welcome. We had to take a break from last week because we know that Solo Leveling was ending this week. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Fake ass Triple H.
From Chicago, Illinois, UICCP graduates, we have 12 and 16, two members of the 12-16 podcast. Bring you the best of the
Welcome.
best.
If you've been around, you know what I'm talking about when I do that after he just did that shit. Welcome.
It's wonderful to be back. We had to take a little. We talked about a little bit. We apologize for the missed opportunity from last week, but we did speak a lot in general, just about what we were going to be doing for this upcoming week because we wanted to make sure we did a Solo Leveling for a 2-day event instead of just having it by itself. So ended off right. 16.
We
Let's
are
get into
here.
it.
Yeah, before we hit solo with the double episodes, of course we're gonna talk about Sakamoto, which did end last week. That will be back, thank goodness. That'll be back later on this year. It'll be
Yeah.
back in July, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. The second part of that'll be crazy, especially the way that ended off. So looking forward to that.
What I don't like though is the fact that we still have nothing back from Solo Leveling just
We
yet.
have no idea what's gonna
They said.
happen. Unfortunately, it's been two amazing seasons, so it's crazy to think that they, you know what I mean. You saw the hype around it after the first season, and even with these, this second season, like it's just been a complete upgrade over season one. So it's like to think that y'all wouldn't have planned to do another, you know what I mean, another
I
season
guess they
like
just didn't think
immediately
unless
after.
maybe Mappa picking them up. You never know because the studio who doing them. Hey, if Mappa picks up Solo Leveling, the animation finna go from here to here. Like it's gonna be even better.
We'll see what happens with it. But it
Could
was
you imagine?
definitely a two great episodes to end off on. So we'll definitely get into that. And then obviously we're gonna close everything up talking about those two episodes, and then transitioning, talking about what we're gonna start talking about on the podcast going forward, since these two are officially over now, unfortunately.
Hey, it may be over, but there's a lot to replace it.
Oh,
We are
for sure. I'm
remember we
excited.
are in season 2 of the 12 Steam podcast, and we are currently on episode 12.
12, 13, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So you know how it is. If it is 12, let me just double check real quick. I think it is 12. Videos, uploads. Yes, we are episode 12, which means it's all about this face today.
Funny as hell.
If you guys remember from season 1, we did have a small special, unattended, but on 12 and 16 episode, it was a little bit more focused around who the numbers relate to, even though they're both somebody's birthday. But yeah, you know how I get down already, bro. So with that being said, I hope you guys have been loving our shorts as well. We have a lot of shorts that's been going up. We have a lot of content that 16 has been dropping for you all with reviews and a lot of reactions has been coming out. Shout out to boy Trey Rags for keeping us entertained.
Yeah, I definitely got the
That
police
boy's a
shit,
fool.
the police shit that I gotta react to that he just dropped, and then I'm gonna do the what is it the new hoop piece episode 3 that came out, so I'm gonna get a
Yeah.
reaction to that uploaded as well. So those are two things that I have that'll be coming out during the week for sure.
And then of course, you guys just got 11:32 for me and
11:43.
11:43 for me and 11:44 coming out um sometime hopefully tomorrow, if not today.
Yeah, I
We'll
gotta
work
read
on
it.
that for
I still haven't
sure.
read it yet.
Hey, let's just say that boy is we get a welcoming to us. So I like it for the most part. If you haven't read One Piece, make sure you guys are picking it up. If you don't want to pick it up, make sure you come here to check out our awesome reviews whenever we drop them, whether that's manga or whether that's reaction to anything that we're doing out here. come check us out. But to get into it, we're gambling. And no, we're not talking about gambling on FanDuel.
I'm
We're in the
dead.
casino at Bet Rivers, MGM.
Hell no. Yeah, that's basically where we pick up from. They, continue the competition that they started with. I don't remember his name, but the guy who
Wu
was
Tong.
that's yeah, Wu.
Yeah.
So he's what is he? He's some part of the
He's a concierge
some part
for
of the
the
mafia.
mafia.
Yeah, some part of the
Yep.
mafia. So he has some kind of relationship that we see with Lou. We see that kind of in a flashback during the episode, and how basically the whole mafia is based on strength, but he rose through the ranks using his brain, his intelligence, and we obviously get to see that with how he's able to count cards and do all of that kind of stuff through the episode, which was
Not even
pretty.
just that, but how he also outsmarts the
Hey,
bad
hey,
guy.
hey, man, pretty impressive how he was able to pull that off for sure as well. Cause uh, for them to believe that shit, that was kind of like,
He was like,
really, y'all really believe that? I didn't believe that, but y'all really believe that? Like,
you mean to me, nobody checks their weapons before they take them out?
come
They'll
on
just
now,
put them inside your pocket and go.
and just go. It was like, no, that I didn't think. So, but hey, they were dumb enough to fall for it, so it works out in their favor in the end, I guess.
Yeah, man. I actually was impressed for the most part that somebody outsmarted Shin, even though it doesn't seem like it's hard to do, but just his Wu's mentality, him
Mm.
sitting there thinking about everything going on throughout
Different
different
layers
levels.
of thought, how he was
Yeah,
explaining it, yeah, and how he wasn't able to read his mind and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, that was motherfucker passed out and shit at the table. It was like, oh,
so
he's
he's
out the
done.
game. Mm.
But before we get there, we have to start back from the beginning, where it all started. Them having a tie, collecting a tie for the money, and unfortunately enough, they had to go to a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker had to be a game that had to be something that would be not so hard because they don't have to play
Fair.
poker.
Mm.
A little bit fair, of course, like 16 said. I wonder what game that can be.
I thought they was gonna play Go Fish.
That would have been super simple to play too. But they ended up playing, what's the name of it?
Old Maid.
Old Maid. I've never played Old Maid. I don't even know how to
I
play
don't
card
either.
games too much. I don't know how to play spades.
I don't either.
Um, I can play blackjack. All you do is just count to
Count to
21.
21. I'm probably, if you
I
put
can
me
do
in a
that.
casino, I'm probably not gonna win, but I could do that.
So we had to get there. Old Maid came out. Of course, the rules behind Old Maid is whoever has the Joker inside their hand
At the end,
um,
loses.
at the end loses.
Mm-hmm.
So something that was actually interesting to see. Everybody got pretty much beat for the most part on both sides, except for who we thought was going to be the last two surviving. We start off with, of course, Lou having a terrible poker face.
Sitting there crying.
He's like,
So she clearly has
oh man, what a. I like the dynamics. The family dynamics is growing very strong with them.
Oh, for sure.
And it's kind of fucked up to say that whenever something extremely oblivious happens, we cut away to the bird dude because he's probably the most oblivious person part of the crew.
Uh,
But yeah, so the synopsis for the most part, the entire episode was done justice for the most for most. We got to see a new addition added on to the crew at the very end of it, but going through it in general, like using Wutan's ability and his brain power, like 16 said earlier, it's one of those things where it's like brains will overcome bronze and it will take you only so far. You may still need some bronze behind you, which is where the Sakamoto family comes into play. But as
boom.
long as you're there, we're all good.
Gonna take them up to another level for sure.
So we got to see Sakamoto family actually win the game. After they won the game, they pretty much had to stop the game in general because Miss Sakamoto wouldn't let go of the card. Uh, first off, that's a death grip you got in that motherfucker.
Bruh.
For you to hold this card like this,
Hold it, and the way he was able to switch it, so he grabbed the Joker, so he ended up losing instead. Yeah, that shit was pretty crazy.
and then instantly got a gun pulled on him.
Because
They
they
up
said, hey,
Nick.
we take shit by force. We the mafia. We don't do this. But even if they tried to take it by force, they still would have lost because they was going up against the Sakamoto family. So either way, it didn't even matter. You still lose, you know? So it is what it is, unfortunately.
But I know we got a new member of the family because people want to sit there up blickies. So now you fought to protect them. So now we're going to protect her, and we're going to show you how to protect her.
Wu Tang.
Welcome to the family, Woo. Woo. And we ain't talking about Jen just yet.
This motherfucker.
I know we'll get there.
Yeah. So basically, he agrees to do what he said. If he lost, and he offers up information. A good amount of the information at the beginning, they already knew the stuff was slur and all that kind of stuff. But he did offer up information that they didn't know about, which was for, I guess, like mass murderers, serial killer type people have been brought over essentially to where they are to like go after the people that we see on the list from that was given to him by the horse guy
Yep.
from the lab episode. You know, that whole little arc we saw. So we already know he's working for Slur because that was the first time we actually saw him at the bottom of the lab when he kind of he didn't fuck up Shin, but he like the feeling that Shin got the bloodlust from him. It was like, so yeah, we know what type of motherfucker he is, what type of time he's on. So
Straight demon town.
he's clearly the big bad, the big overarching villain who's I'm guessing put out the hit and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff on Mr. Sakamoto and everything. So
and not just like Miss Sakamoto, but also
all these people on the list.
the guy with the trench coat, because there's four of them. So the guy with the trench coat that we seen that lied about his age and everything from the very beginning, and then the two assassins that came up doing the lab stuff that talked to Mr. Sakamoto as well. So we have those four, and I was wondering, I don't know if you peeped it or not, but each one of them has a grade next to them. So it's like an S, an A, and then it has a B, B plus, like the grades next to them. So is that like the level of threat? I was thinking I wasn't really sure about that just yet, but based off the synopsis behind my dad me dissecting it, I think that might go into the that might play a factor into the level of threat that they think that they pose.
Okay. Hey, it'll be back in July. We'll see.
Yeah, right around the corner,
man. So we basically see that they're clearly a threat. I mean, they're imposing. We know they have fucking bodies on them and everything. They were in prison, you know what I mean? So this is going to be a step up from at least the threats that we've seen so far in this first season. And I'd say probably excluding the excuse me, the arc, the lab arc. So they'll probably be, you know, a bit stronger than them, but somewhere around that kind of stuff. So we'll see what
especially
happens.
since the fact that the dude said
With the table, bro.
pushed it and then pulled it out and just had like a straight like. Yeah, I know. I actually did two things at once. I had to make it look
You
good.
say magic.
So he has one of the dude can crush anything with his bare hands. The other guy can cut stuff up, but he seems like he seems like he doesn't want to be there. Like it's a complete wimp. I think what is the other one was so to chop people up into body parts and leave them scattered around. The poke holes to people to make them like Swiss cheese. We had that person. We had the crush dude, and then I can't remember the last one.
I can't either. But they all each have their own distinct way of killing people. So we will see.
And they going as going to be 4v4. We know we have one woman and one woman in each one of them based off who was on that 4 list for that Miss Sakamoto, the trench coat guy at the beginning, and then the 2 other assassins from the order that are probably, I'm not saying defecting, but they're probably on their side for the most part. They respect Miss Sakamoto.
They already have a relationship with them. Facts.
Yeah.
And the girl who just met him, she likes him. She what is it? Teddy bear. So you know she ain't going. They all good. type
Yeah.
shit.
So
Especially the way they interacted in the whole lab arc and everything. So
facts. It was very genuine.
yeah,
Like there was no
mutual
yeah.
respect type shit. Yep. So we'll see how it all plays out. We don't have to wait too long, a couple of months, and then that'll be back.
Facts. And the good thing is that it was a really good season. Like it was
I
a
enjoyed
solid
it.
first season.
I enjoyed it.
I give it a nice little 8 out of 10 for sure for the entire
Mm,
season coming out with it.
yeah. I'm hoping that these villains that we get now are gonna kind of rate not. I don't think the goofiness and all that shit is gonna go
Mhm.
away, but I think it'll raise the severity level of like the threats and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm looking for
Making him
in the next
revert,
season.
making him possibly revert more back to his skinny form.
Cause like they showed on the pictures for the episodes that are the shows coming in July and all that kind of stuff. They showed him on the motorcycle and whatnot in the skinny form with the glasses on top of
Mhm.
his head. So maybe these people will force him to do that a bit more because we see he can still do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all you gotta do is lose some calories, and he burns them bitches quick.
Burns him exactly. So
Yeah,
we'll see him probably do have to do more of that type of stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to.
yeah, facts. Because it's gonna take it probably to the next level of like this is now in a show about assassins. This is where we get the fight scene at. We ain't talking about no mech suit shit. We talking about them real hand to hand shits
I'm
going on.
dead. Yeah.
Something kind of like but something kind of like I'm not gonna say Hunter x Hunter because I don't think they have like special ability powers. They're just OP as fuck. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a Baki-ish type shit. Baki meets like an assassin show. But it'd be fun to see. I'm excited for it too.
Not for sure.
But I'm glad we got to see Wu Tang though. Join the family at the end for sure. Had his apron on. He fit right in. Um, but that's one Wu we had to see let go for the other Wu to come into play because it's all about the nigga Jin Wu. Uh, Oral Farm God himself,
Man.
Mr. Glow Up, Mr. Started from the bottom, now I'm here, and Mr. E rank to S rank plus plus plus, Mr. Mr. Two Sword Demon, Mr. Summon Goon,
King
Mr.
of all the hunters.
King of all the hunters.
Hey, he the man, bro. He is the man. Uh, two, just
one really good. The second one I would say could have been. They could have made this into a 1 hour special, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I get what you're saying.
Because the
Connected
last
it
one
all
was
together.
literally just aura farming, bro. It was just showing how powerful the nigga is. Like, yeah, I'm him.
Man,
But Kaiser, hey, get out here.
yeah. Episode
Nigga fly through the
12
sky
was
like this. Like, nigga,
it was something. Episode 12 was something for sure. It's one of the best anime fights for me that I've seen in a while. I truly enjoyed that whole episode from beginning to end. Um, the hype that, for me at least, the hype that they put around this episode, I still don't feel that the hype did it justice. It was honestly beyond what I expected it to be in the episode, even from everything that we've seen from the show up until this point. Explaining how I felt about the episode while watching the episode truly doesn't do it justice for how good it was or how I truly felt about it. Um, it's just one of those episodes that you just really have to watch. You know what I mean?
yeah,
To
yeah,
really understand, to really get the feel um, for how good it is. I mean, you know, there are people who will say who everybody has their own opinions about it and all that kind of stuff. So I've seen mixed opinions, but the majority of the people kind of feel the same way that I'm um, talking about as far as the episode went. It Man,
yeah. I know.
it was something. It really was something. The way I ended up watching it, I started all the way not from the beginning of the season, but from the beginning of the arc. So when they brought all the hunters together to train and all that,
Yeah,
I started all the way from back there to
I'm glad.
watch up to it to just really just get reimmersed in the whole feeling of everything that was going on. And just the complete utter despair that they felt from what was going on with Beru. Now I can say he has an
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
name now.
that's
You know, I
name.
don't ain't no more Miracle. His name is Beru now.
Close enough.
So fucking yeah, right. So the despair that they felt from that, and then all the ants kind of crashing down about to kill him, and then for the shadows to pop up and Jin Woo to step in, and just
Go,
from that point on, it's just
go. That's all you can say. Go.
go time,
Like
pretty much. Just oh man,
he popped up when he did that. I don't know if you've seen the video. You probably did already. That I posted with the All Might background music playing for him versus the Nomu, but it was Jin
yeah,
Woo versus
yeah,
Beerus.
uh,
Like it just felt so perfect. Like it went. Oh my gosh, the cinema behind that fight scene.
the walk up
They
with the
did
blue and
amazing.
red,
The Battle of the Hockey.
man, right? Basically, right? Just pure aura, pure aura, just amazing, man. Just
To think
amazing.
that this was a villain who was able to take on all the S-rank hunters that came to
No
Island by
problem.
himself.
No problem.
For us to get at episode 13, who's gonna come? Like, first off, the two sword nigga that was sent up on from China, bro. What? That Slash took all of Ents out. First off, y'all just said y'all needed help fighting just one of them back on the island. He just stood up by himself and took a
No
whole line of
problem.
them out, bro. The villains and the I guess the other players. Hopefully, the other players that are gonna pop up coming up into this next season. Oh my god, I can't wait for that because we see his father was lurking around, the other guy with the lone care, but just to say like this ant was just an ant. He was a peon compared to what's up next. And Jinwoo proved that he is in leagues above
That
all the S-Ring hunters that's
that
around him.
just gets me to thinking like, how do they help him going
They don't.
forward? You know what I
They don't.
mean? Like,
Hunter Child may have a chance being a new gen person. Like she might have a chance if she has to get powerful enough. But like, can you really help?
man, we'll see. Maybe they have like subordinates type shit, like army members or something, like like the ants that they
Yeah,
were able to
yeah.
take out, and he goes for the top scale guys.
But,
So
but even with that, you don't need them. You got an army, a whole army, my
no,
nigga.
that's facts.
Like,
That's facts. That is facts. But the
bro,
army's so huge they can help support the hunters and whatnot as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll
Because
see.
we know that fucking Igris is we still haven't tapped into his full ability yet, so he still has unlocked potential. So I want to see how strong he's gonna get. Seeing as we just seen Jin Woo fuck all of like literally, bro, came inside there with the aura, looked at the nigga, he said, "Yeah, you finna get fucked up. Take your best shot." He rocked his head. Boom.
Hey, you seen how shocked he was when fucking when he seen his ass ain't go nowhere. All the other motherfuckers like, hey bro, what you doing? Hey, chill out, calm down. He said, hey, he overestimated him and he paid the price for it. He okay, motherfucker spit that
Y'all,
shit out,
y'all
stood
underestimated him.
up, said, hey, you wanna call me the king? Kneel. Fucking did the hand grab shit, pulled his ass down and cracked his ass. Like, hey,
Bro, he was beating his
went to
ass.
work.
That's that fight is how I look at the American dude that got his ass beat by Jin Woo's father when he
Oh
said he beat
man,
him so bad that the that the fucking
the
pain
damage had to catch
registered
up.
later on.
Hmm.
That's how bad he beat his ass. I think it was to that degree.
He went to work on him, bro, for sure. Cause even throughout the fight, I mean, early on through the fight, it obviously felt kind of like a test of strength type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Them, trading blows, going back, more powerful blows instead of like really like
Right.
fighting type shit. So, like he said, the test of strength didn't work, and then he did the tongue poison shit. That shit didn't even
Work.
work because I knew I wasn't even concerned about that shit, even when it scratched
Elixir.
him. Yeah, because once it start, well, not even the elixir, the regular, the status shit
Yeah,
for him,
yeah,
the
yeah.
status shit for him that he can't get poisoned, he can't drink none of that shit. So, Just like
Never get drunk.
yeah, just like his original fight with Tusk before he became Tusk, when he tried to do the shit on him, the song of blindness or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when he tried to do that shit, and that shit then when he was like, hey,
It was
bro,
wrecked.
that kind of stuff don't work on me type shit. So I wasn't worried about that at all. Um, but then after the poison doesn't work, he hits that shit.
Hey,
Motherfucking boss music activated, and
that nigga trying to take off.
you knew some shit was coming. So he hits his fucking crazy transformation to become like some
Super head.
evolved killer ant type shit. Like it was, man. And that's really when the actual fight, like really started, and
I mean, it was still one sided as fuck.
they just go crazy. He basically talks throughout the fight, like even though we fighting and all this kind of stuff, we're kind of evenly matched, but he continues to push forward.
Grow and grow and grow. How is
How
he
is this
still
possible?
faster? His
How is this
speed is getting up
possible?
there.
Yeah. So fucking he goes crazy. Jin Woo goes crazy. He hits him with a fucking punch combo, grabs his daggers out the air after he threw him, and kind of chops
Bro,
his ass up. And then for me, that was kind of like a all for one type shit. The fucking Midoriya punches, and it registers like later type shit. So that's kind of what I thought about when he did that shit. And then you think he's gonna fall back or something like that, and he hits the meanest like he hits the ground, like he doesn't fall, but his foot like hits the ground going
and
back,
it
and
stuck
he
in there.
immediately charges forward, and you get one of the coldest scenes throughout the whole fucking thing with his pit, you know, like the claws that he had, because he's an
Right to
ant
the eye.
going right at his fucking eye. That's the cover picture on Crunchyroll. Like it was fucking insane, bro. The detail to it, the eyelashes, like everything about it, like in that moment, I'm thinking, God damn, Jin Woo's literally finna like lose his eye, or so. I didn't think he was gonna die, but I'm thinking he's gonna lose his eye. He's finna hit him, like he's this fucking close.
So, yeah,
And then out of nowhere, motherfucking system boost, new skill upgraded, new skill
was it
unlocked,
manipulation?
mutilate,
Mutilation. Yeah.
out of nowhere. Ching, 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 ching. The motherfucker's like, how? How can he do this? Bro, like you could honestly start to
You
feel,
feel the aura.
you could feel the despair from
Oh,
fucking
from the ant.
from the ant. Like you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
tell he was like, God damn, there's
Fuck.
what am I
There's no
gonna do
peace.
at this point? Because this was literally my best shot to fucking do something to him. And then basically through the rest of that point, from then on, after he gets mutilated, he fucks the ant up, bro.
Bro,
Literally
he
fucks
literally turned
him
around,
up.
tried to fly up into the thing. All we see is a lightning bolt
You
Jinwoo
see
bounce
the
off
you
the
see
wall.
him go up. You see the blue lightning spinning around
Bro,
like motherfucking Sonic. Get to the top.
you know who reminded me of?
Hit
G?
the
It reminded
fucking.
me.
Oh my god.
That
Hit
shit
the
reminded me
spin.
when Luffy went against fucking Kaido and he was bouncing off the lightning bolts, bro. That's what that shit gave me that
I
kind of
did.
vibe with. He
I
was
feel
just
it.
and then came down, spinning top fucking Beyblade, let it rip, cut the man's up. Damn. Let the
Took
man
him
get up.
down.
What do you say?
Then the
Police.
then the motherfucker freaked out. Who is this human? He said, "This human," and then all the motherfucking ants charge. Ike, motherfucking go. He sent
Yo,
all his motherfucking soldiers out. They go crazy. Just everybody, the dragon, fucking, just everybody
you
goes
had
crazy.
Kaido,
All
you
of
had
his
Dust, you
generals,
had Iron,
everything.
you had the spellcasters, the orcs, the
Ridiculous.
bro,
And finish it off with Calgaron using the sphere. I think it was
the orc. Yeah,
Orovice or something
yeah.
like that, and just blasting a hole through the fucking mountain. And then Jinwoo ends up finishing the end off.
Bro, he destroyed him. Like
Crazy work.
that was one of those things where he really said like he chopped this. When you say I'm gonna chop your ass, that's what I want to hear now. That's what I what the nigga say in Rush Hour. I mean, what do you call that shit? Bad Boys. That's how you chop.
I
That's how
did.
you chop right
So
there.
that's how you drive. Nah, I
He put
feel
so
it.
much work that the spear kicked in. He's
Trying to
just
run
no
away.
arms, no legs, just sitting there, fucked up.
GG's.
And then we pick up next episode. With
At the end, no, I was gonna say at the end.
oh,
Don't forget at the end, because my whole thing, I thought he was going to put a shadow inside Hunter Shaw to try and make sure
bring it
she'd
back.
be okay to
Yeah.
like get her out of there and everything. So that's essentially how we leave the episode off, not knowing what's going to happen with
Because
her.
my thoughts behind that was he has a shadow already that he exchanged with, so he could just probably exchange with that shadow
But
again.
he said he
That's what I thought.
yeah, but he said during
Yeah.
the little thing, the little monologue at the end, he didn't have enough time. He
Mm-hmm.
needed more time to fucking to do that. So I was like, he can't fly. Even if he got on the dragon, he wouldn't have enough
He
time to
wasn't have enough time to
fly
make
to
it.
get there. So I'm like, the only thing I could think of was to put a shadow in her. But obviously, as we see in the next episode, it
I mean,
does have something to
it
do
was a
with a
shadow
shadow.
involved. Like,
Exactly, it has something to do with his monarch powers, and being able to bring motherfuckers back from the dead. So,
Yuya,
Hong,
yeah, the
Byung
S rank killer.
Healer brought his ass back and was able to heal Hunter Child without being given any orders or anything like that.
Bro,
And
he looked at
fucking
him. He walked over, open book.
brought her back. GG, she back. She back.
Unconscious still, but she's at least alive.
She's
She's
back.
unconscious.
Fact. She's back. But she's
And
okay. She's out of the woods. You know what I
yeah,
mean? As far
yeah.
as the damage is concerned, her body's come back or stabilized and everything. So she's just, like 12 said, she's just unconscious. So
I
with
got
that,
I got upset though with this next part though, bro.
oh,
'Cause it
with
was
him
like,
releasing
bro,
them,
like you could have like let me keep the nigga like he an S rank killer. Let me
I
keep
feel
the
it.
nigga as a shadow. It's not really him. It's a
I,
shadow. Come on
I
now, but
feel it.
I
I feel
understand.
it. Yeah,
I
but
understand.
it was a nice moment how
Yeah,
he got his final kind of moment with his homie, smiling at the end and everything, and he that was his soul. So he
relief.
felt he felt that shit. So that was cool to see. And from that point, it's basically all the ants like we
Or
saw
farming
at
out this.
like we
Yeah,
saw at the end. All the ants have scattered. So now everybody's fighting. This comes into play with what 12 was talking about why they did need a defense around
mm-hmm. That
basically
area. Yep.
the home turf, the homeland, and all that kind of stuff. So that obviously comes into play. All the ships on the boat, they ships on the boat, the ships on the water, they come into play and everything. So they're basically getting everybody out of
The
the
I guess the
cave,
area. Yeah.
to
Yep.
bring them back, and obviously they leave Jim Woo there to do what he does to clean
You
up the
know,
mess and everything.
and he
So
definitely cleaned up by making now all these. First off,
now
I
we
am reborn,
listen before we get to that huge, because that was amazing.
bro.
I kind of thought
Cinema.
in the last episode, before Beru walked back in, I thought he was gonna try and bring the ants that he'd already killed back at that point. But
But he told me
obviously,
this. He didn't want to at first because of the fact it's like
I thought it
shit,
was the fact because
the
he had
camera was
walked
on.
in. Oh, maybe
Yeah, because
that
that camera.
that
So he
too.
told me that
Yeah,
he said, hey, what I'm about to do right here,
turn that
the
shit
camera
off. Turn that
or
shit off, or I'm gonna
I'm gonna
break
make
it.
sure it goes off.
I'm gonna break it. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So we see in this episode, he brings all the ants back, and he ends up bringing the Ant King back, Beryl back, giving him his name. But the difference is this motherfucker can talk.
Bro, he developed the speech when he was one of the ants.
When he
Now
ate
he's
his
able
ass,
to
yeah,
fucking talk. Bro, what?
crazy.
Oh my god! And this is your top general for right now. I'm thinking along the lines, Biram and fucking Igorus would be Sanji and fucking Zoro for sure.
Hmm.
But with that lock potential still behind Igorus, he's definitely gonna take that leap over Biram to solidify that I'm number two still, nigga. Like, hey, know your place still inside line.
Funny as hell. We'll definitely see about that. It's gonna take some doing because this nigga can talk and he can't. So that's all I
Hey,
know.
it's still unlocked potential right there. What the nigga what happened with Gohan? He had that mystic but that unlocked potential. What happened
I
to that
am
nigga?
dead. This
He
is
went
not fucking
crazy.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, nigga, it's anime still.
I am dead. No,
So it's still
we'll definitely see what happens with with leveling up, obviously with the shadows and all that kind of stuff. Jin Woo
Especially the
obviously
100
hits.
finally.
I was just gonna say Jin Woo obviously hits level 100 at the end, or will through this,
Because
through
that's
killing up all the
yeah,
ants and
he hit
everything,
100 after he before he brought back Burum as a shadow. Yeah.
killing all the ant corpses and all that kind of stuff, and the eggs and everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it was nice to know he could get leveled up by
Get it?
just
The
killing
eggs.
it. I am dead by just killing eggs and the unhatched ants and all that kind of stuff. So he hits level 100. He brings Biru back. Biru can talk. Biru asks for his name. That's how he gets the name Biru, and why I have not called him Biru this whole episode. Because what did I say? When we get his name,
His
I will
name.
call him by
Gonna
his
be his-
name.
You got a name now, nigga.
We got a name, so that's obviously his gonna be his right hand for the moment. We'll see what happens with Egris, like 12 said, but for
Left
right
hand
now,
still to me, man. Still left hand. Igris got it like that, bro. That big ass sword, he
yeah,
got it like that for right now, bro.
yeah. So we'll see. But like like we say after that, they kind of leave because they've cleared out the whole cave and everything. So we see him outside. And he talks to Biru, and he's basically like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to go ahead, clean all that shit up."
Get
Like,
that out.
"Hey, I got you." He goes, basically goes
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, goes crazy, eliminating ants and everything in a blink of an eye. I couldn't
Yeah,
get
get it
that
out.
shit out. Yeah, I couldn't get it out for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that shit was crazy to see. And
They
then we
had you
see
speechless. That's why, because you was watching like that.
I'm
You
dead.
couldn't talk.
I'm dead. And then we see Jin Woo coming flying out on the
Kaiser?
on Kaiser, wipes out the ants that are coming for the helicopter crew with Shahe and everybody else in there.
They got
Um,
a shield up there, and that shield, whoever the dude was holding the shield up there, he just
got
couldn't do
knocked
it.
out because there were too many
Yeah,
fucking ants. So he
he had the
goes crazy
nosebleed
with
from
the
and
fucking
everything.
sword, and the electricity and everything takes them all out while he's flying. So it was really cool to see, the wrap up and everything of the arc. It was honestly, it was
Of
more
the
action
season.
than I
Yeah.
was expecting to be to close it out after everything we had just gotten that previous episode. So it
Bro,
was really cool to see. Yeah, I was really excited.
we got to see Japan like in shock now because you lost 7 of your members. Like the
Seven of
only
their
two that
10
came back
hunters.
was like damn, like the only ones who came back was these three. Like damn, y'all niggas is fucked up. But we see China though, and on the other hand with China, the dude with the two swords,
Man,
he stood up. He took
he's
the
gonna be
slash.
something
Ooh,
going forward for sure.
he's gonna be helped Jinwoo. I hope him and Jinwoo could meet and be on that. Hey, let's team up real quick
We
because
gonna see.
the other nigga that was looking first off, not Jinwoo's father, the other dude with the long hair, he looked like a threat.
The two dudes that came in the
Yeah,
at the
the nigga
end.
that they could just open up gates anytime they feel like it, a red gate or a blue gate. Them niggas just literally snap the finger, the other one slices it open.
We gonna see what threat they pose going forward in the future and all the stuff that they were talking about. And like you said, we did see his father at the island, so we'll see. We'll see what all that ends up meaning. Hopefully, whenever we get the next season, or if we decide to read, or
I'm gonna hold
however
out
that goes.
until it comes. I'm gonna hold out until it comes, man. I'm trying to get information for it first. I'm gonna hold out.
And then to basically wrap the whole season up, Jin Woo ends up he gets a guild, so he's gonna start up the guild with Lil Midoriya and the other E rank girl. So we'll see how that progresses and goes forward going into the next season. But to wrap everything up, he ends up having to go to work. It's a gate that's blocking traffic and everything. So I think it's Goto, not Goto, the big
The
the old man
chairman,
hunter.
chairman,
He the chairman, yeah,
yeah,
Chairman
yeah.
Go. He's the one who asked him, was like, "Hey man, we can't get a team there because there's there's traffic there. So could you possibly take care of this for us?"
Now, mind you, the nigga Jinwoo is in traffic. When you can fly,
he
nigga. You got a dragon,
hey,
bro.
he can get there
But you
how
want to
he
be a
needs to
normal
go.
nigga and just sit inside traffic, like
Regular
Nigga, you can
person.
fly. You
Reg-
can fly.
Regular everyday person, man. I feel it, you know. So they ask him essentially to take care of it. He goes into the gate. Come to find out, it's a fucking red gate.
And he knew it. He said, I figured it
Uh,
to be a red gate.
hey, he gets in that bitch. He turns around like, God damn, fucking. All right, we gotta find the boss and do everything we gotta do to, because we seen the red gate earlier in the season. So you're gonna have to find the boss and take care of all of that. So I'll see. Clearly, we'll see if that translates into the next season and everything. But
Because
he
he
unleashes the
oh,
army, and we get to see
everything.
everything,
100%.
everything that he's accomplished up until this point. All
The
the
edge,
souls,
the orcs, the
everything.
spellcasters,
Beautiful,
the commanders, the
beautiful.
fucking bears. The does it have the elves?
I don't remember.
No, I don't
No,
think it
I
has
don't.
elves.
I don't
No,
think he took elves.
because I
No.
only see four types. Yeah, no elves. I wonder why he didn't take the elves.
Yeah.
Oh, because he couldn't. That's right.
He couldn't take the.
Yeah,
I know he
yeah,
couldn't take the boss elf for sure.
yeah.
Mm,
So that's play a factor into that for sure for that one. But he summons them all out, and them niggas went to work.
he went nuts.
I mean, Jim Woo's probably sitting back like this with a cup of tea, just drinking,
Hey.
watching it, take care of it. Cause the niggas inside the tree, they ain't shooting no more. The niggas on the ground now.
And what you say to end it all? Make way for the king.
Stacked up, ants, bears,
On to the next one.
orcs.
On
I'm
to the
walking
next
right
target.
Man, what a way to end it off. Solo leveling, an easy 9 out of 10, maybe 9.4 out of 10. For me, for the entirety of the season, like this is really showing off
Oh, I
the
loved it. For me, it was a 10
cinema.
out of 10 season. I loved it. From week to week, just it was great. I really, man,
It had you on the edge of your seat, literally the
I,
edge of your seat
I
every
haven't,
season, every episode.
yeah, I haven't been this excited to watch. Like I enjoy watching, my anime episodes and everything, but I haven't been like this excited for anime week to week like I have for this in a while. So I really, really fucking enjoyed this season for sure.
But hey, the good thing about that is that with this season ending, we have springtime beginning.
Yes,
And next
sir.
week is the start of so many anime.
Man, big
Plus
transition
the return
of Goat
of
Piece.
one of the Gold Piece.
We are back.
With 2 episodes too. 2 episodes. One recap episode, I think, will be a recap episode, and then one actually going into
No, it's one.
Or is it?
It's a 83-minute recap, and then 2 brand new episodes. One episode on Saturday, one episode on Sunday. So we are officially back.
Them niggas got a fucking a commercial that they doing with it. You see the commercial?
Mm-mm.
They had a commercial in Japan where they were like it was like IRL,
Mm.
but the One Piece cast was everywhere getting ready to come back. Like, oh, it's time to go back to work type shit. And you seen everybody except for Luffy.
Okay.
Like you seen the entire crew inside there, but Luffy was narrating the shit basically. But it's like the niggas got up like, oh shit, that was a good vacation.
6 months, yeah,
Time to
6
go
month
back to
break.
work.
Time to go back to work. So we'll obviously be covering that when that comes back next week. Fire
Lazarus.
Force, we'll be covering that
Fire
as
Force.
well. Lazarus and Vigilante. So that'll be 4, and they all come back next week. We'll figure out how we do it because if I'm not mistaken, Vigilantes comes out.
Sunday?
It comes out on Monday, so it'll probably be added the week after, if that makes sense, because we'll figure it all out and let you all know officially, but that's probably how it'll be done. So we'll see, because it'll be coming out on Monday, so we record on the weekend, so we'll figure it all out how to do it. But those are the 4 that'll be for sure covered.
Talked about, yeah, but not the only ones, because we definitely have some sleeper animes coming out as well. Look out for it, so we'll keep you in tune with those. I think watch the first few episodes, of course, and give you the 12 synopsis, I guess, if you want to say it like that, the 12 synopsis of what to watch for springtime. Spring cleaning is on the way.
I bet. For the
So
spring anime pickup.
yeah, yeah. Cleaning out your old anime
Cleaning
list about
out with the
no
winter and in with the
spring
spring.
turn.
That's
Okay, just spring. But 16, you know what it is.
that is going to be it for us. We appreciate you all for tuning in for all the breakdowns that we've had of our winter anime, and we look forward to the springtime, and hopefully you all are looking forward to the new anime that we will be covering. Thank you to Sakamoto Days and Solo Leveling and all the other anime that have been on during the winter time, even though we only covered those two, but thank you all so much for that.
Shout out ReZero.
Yeah, SLF as well.
Hey, been holding it down.
Man, for sure. So it's been some good ones. And we look forward to everything that we have coming up in the spring. We have obviously WrestleMania that we will be going to in a couple of weeks, and then we have S2E12 as well in a couple of weeks. So there'll be content and stuff around that coming up shortly. That's not too far off. So stay tuned and be prepared for that. And I think that's all the housekeeping stuff that we have. So, like we say all the time at the end of the videos, thank you so much for making it this far, whether you watched it live or you watching it on the restream, because you all have basically made it to the end of the video. And it helps us so much, so we thank you so much for that. If you did watch it,
413, that's out there with us.
I am dead. If you did watch it, if you did like it, if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button. You want to see more from the 1216 podcast, hit that subscribe button. If you want to get notified anytime 12 drops something, anytime I drop something, anytime we drop something together like the podcast or anything else that we might do together, like a live stream like we're doing right now, or playing a game or something like that, hit that notification bell, select all. You'll get notified for anything that we all do, and we will see y'all in the next one.
It's not meat, but this is how Luffy eats.
This motherfucker.